you know? Anyone saying I flipped, I didn't. Yeah. What account is it? Does she have a new? It's the Mama a Two Shockwave. You know, Tapeworm, that's true also. That is true also. Yeah, that is absolutely true, Tapeworm. It does keep the a lot of the hateful comments and some of the trolls out of her chat to fuck with her mental health that much more. I do agree that. You know, I do too, Renee. But unfortunately, we've dealt with another creator that lives in Florida with CPS, and the CPS in Florida fucking sucks. Fucking sucks. That's why we're trying to give her other resources than just talk to CPS, because, CPS should be helping her, you know. It's just, well, I addressed that too, um, about mental meds. Right. Um, I talked about that earlier. Maybe she's misinformed on a lot of the mental health meds. Maybe she, whoever she's talking to gave her wrong information or gave them what happened to them. And maybe they didn't have a good response to certain mental meds. I haven't had a chance to talk to her about that more. I planned on my message to her about that and encourage her to maybe try, because there's a lot of new meds out there that maybe can help her. I don't know how long she's been on this journey regarding her mental health. Maybe when she first started out on her mental health, they didn't have some of the medications that they have out now. I don't know. So I did plan on addressing that with her, because come on, people. A lot of us get misinformation, especially when you're young like that. You'll get somebody and that you'll say to your friend, hey, they want me to put me on X, Y, and Z. And they'll be like, oh no, don't get on that medication. That medication is super bad. Oh my God, let me tell you what happened to me when I got put on that medication. And then right
It is
there,
not fun.
that fucking scared her, you know?
It
And
takes the
maybe,
right combination of medications to get yourself
I don't
to where you
know.
feel normal.
From what I've heard, he has temporary custody. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't seen the paperwork. Right. I agree, Sprinkles. And that's why I was going to try to encourage her to give a few of the medications that maybe her doctor um, suggest, or even if for her to go in and talk to her doctor and address the points that she's scared about certain medications, be more open to her doctor about it and address her concerns, and then maybe her a doctor will be able to either talk to her or figure out a med that might be best for her regarding that. you know um I don't she hasn't I haven't seen too much regarding it, but one video about how psychotic medication either makes you feel A or B. And I think she's worried about that. Instead of talking to the doctor her concerns, it was easier for her to say, I'm not taking it, you know? Welcome back, everyone. You know, I do plan on saying something to her. Yes, and I said I am guessing. I said I was going to message her and get more information on it and see what her concerns are. Because by the few videos I seen, that she just said, you know, psychotic medication only makes you feel A or B, and that's not true. Maybe who's ever giving her advice is not giving her correct advice, too, you know? And she did say she was afraid to ask certain questions to certain people today. So maybe she's not asking her doctor the correct questions that she should be asking, because we've gone through it. We're older, right? So we have learned to ask certain questions that we wouldn't have asked 30 years ago, right? So maybe we know the proper way to ask something, and maybe it might get her better help. Yeah, we are. All right, who is that? Oh, there's no name by that. There's If anyone accidentally requested a box, if you want a box, just say box, please. I appreciate it. What did Craft Girl say? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I apologize. Oh my god. Craft Girl, what'd you say, girl? Oh, I don't see it. I'm so sorry. I missed what you said. Oh, I feel bad.
Do you not think all this could be too much?
It could be.
I had to scroll up.
It could be. It could be. It could be. That's why I sort of wanted to have that talk with her last night, Crap Girl, because I wanted her to know I'm not streaming or watching her maliciously. I'm watching her out of concern for those kids and for her. I wanted, especially the kids. I made that very clear to her last night that um, that was what my concern. You know, that it's not malicious intent to make her look like a bad mom, or to make her something that maybe she isn't, or that she is. And I wanted her to know that. Is everyone that's streaming her feel the same way? No, they don't. Oh, I get it. I get it. I'm Vicky. I get it. Why do you think I still keep streaming her? Because I want to see after she's in here and when she goes back to her platform how she acts. You know what I mean? Carrie, did you want a box, sweetheart? Yep, time will tell. You're right, and I've said that 100 times. Her actions are going to prove what's coming out of her mouth. And I told her that.
Yep. We said something the other day about her not cooking and she made Alfredo.
Yeah, I mentioned to her when they were being mean to me about not cooking for her kids. Then all of a sudden she started cooking for her kids. Yeah.
We're not giving her too much credit. At 26 and having 2 kids and a lot of things going on in your head and in the world and your relationship.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rita. Okay. Yeah, make sure those boys are studying. No, just kidding.
Hold on.
Oh, I know. So do and I agree. We should put our kids above everything. Oh, thank you for the pumpkins. I know. You guys, I I agree with all you about putting our kids and being young moms and I mean I was young but I wasn't super young. I was 21 when I had my first child. It wasn't planned, but but I'm not going to say get the fuck out of my chat or go the fuck away when she's asking for help either or guidance. I mean, can I, am I going to help what I can? I can give her what I can give. And if she's going to take it, great. If she don't, that's on her. Oh, thank you, Jazzy. Oh, I agree. I agree. I agree. Yeah, there's some things you can excuse. I agree. And trust me. All right. We'll see you later, Jazzy. I told her throwing that shoe at the dog or at the kids or whoever the fuck she threw it at, that should have never happened. I'm just not going to make her out to this horrible monster yet because I don't know if she's a horrible monster or not. Because I don't have enough information. And if people that do have more information, please send it to me. If you can't send it here, send it to my IG, which is the same name. It's just underscore 1313. It has a cow picture. I've seen her live. I've only been watching her since Sunday. So I've only been a few days. So I haven't been watching her for months. All right. Thank you. See you later. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Hi, service dog. What's up? Okay, service dog. I'll check my messages afterwards. The tablet died, so I'm charging it. So right now I can't access any of my messages right this second. So, but I will. I promise. I'll get back to you
Come on, babies.
guys. Let's see. I do think it's funny that she made a video showing all the stuff she did cook, though, or has cooked. Wait a minute. What'd you say, Marie? Trying to poison him, and then sat on live laughing about it, wondering if anyone else say it. I don't know which video you're talking about or what.
We'll have to go. Somebody send it to Sassy, or we'll watch it. If I haven't gone to go look. Oh, goddamn mosquitoes! Fuck off! Pardon me, I'm killing a mosquito.
What do you guys? I mean, That's why I'm saying, if you guys know any other pages or where there's more videos for me to watch to get more educated, send it to me, please, please. And do I consider him innocent in the party? Fuck no. Especially after last night, he is weird. He is creepy as fuck. Creepy as fuck. Do I think she's stuck in a situation? Yes. But she has to put her big girl panties on and want to get out of that situation at the same time. Oh my God, Cara. He was on the hunt for other ethnic women. And he used the word hunt several times. It was just weird. And then asking me, yeah, Cambodian. Yeah.
Cambodian.
And then he asked me what my nationality was. Like, dude, fucking go away, creepo. No, I'm not talking about all you guys, Princess Pam. I'm talking about like Magic Mama, um, and some of the horrible streamers. I'm not talking about respectfully any of you guys. I'm talking about like Magic Mama, how she was over there bashing this girl, fucking raw dogging it when that lady has no room to fucking talk.
Princess Pam, even when Jeeve is also being crazy and whatever else, we've tried to help her too. We tried to talk to her, and you see, everybody else sees how that goes with her. She doesn't listen. Sassy's eating her ice.
Oh, I might have taken a drink of my water in my ice plate. No, you're welcome, Princess Pam. And seriously, if you think I said something, and to clarify what I said, because there is a lot of times I'll say something and it gets misconstrued and I didn't come out of my mouth the way I intended it to. I am so guilty as that. I am 100% guilty of that. But I was talking about the hateful streamers because I had many people come in my live this morning and said that there were several streamers, I guess, this morning. I didn't stream her this morning. I did not see her live this morning. I have no idea what went on this morning. But there was a few people that said they were horribly mean to this girl. And then after I started watching Magic Mama today and the stuff that was spewing out of her mouth, it was disgusting. You know? And those are the people I'm talking about. And, you know, those are the ones that, you know, like the Swifty. Come on. I know a bunch of you like to watch over there and watch the with Swifty, but I think she is she's disgusting in my book. And the way she talks about the people that she's recapping or restreaming or whatever, those are the people that I'm talking about that are bored and gross. No. Oh, no. I'm sorry if that's what it came off of. I do. I apologize if that's what it seemed like I said. And I do apologize if anyone in here took it that way. That is not how I meant it to come out. Oh, you're welcome. No, yeah, no,
I
there is,
got the microwave going again.
yeah, no, there is a few streamers out there. As I call them, the oddballs, you know, and they, they're just weird people, and they're all about, they think more mean they are to the person. Oh, sorry, I had a hiccup. More mean or rude they are to whoever they're streaming or they're watching, more views they're going to get. Those are the people that I'm talking about, not the people that are trying to bring either awareness on somebody or like us streaming somebody so we can all have a discussion together. I'm not talking about those kind of people at all, you know.
And if I come off hateful, I'm sorry. Today it's I have a mini migraine and I'm hungry.
Yeah, I don't know. It's been a crazy freaking morning. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Princess Pam. Wasn't my intention, and I'm glad you brought it up so that I can clear it up, because that's not what it was meant to be. I think I just got heated because of Magic Mama, and it might have come out pretty harsh. And I apologize if it did come out harsh like that. I just don't see the reason, especially when your own house is not very clean, and here you are bashing about somebody, and here you are sleeping with a PD3O, you know? Yes, of course, Pam. Of course, of course. Right. That, Rita, that, yeah. And I think that just becomes an open bash fest over there for all the little trolls, as I call them, the odd ducks, the oddballs, that really don't sit in anywhere. They're just like freelancers. They're just all over the place, and they only go into chats to make trouble. And they can go in any chat. And I'm not even talking about awareness people. They'll go into any chat and start trouble to start trouble. Those are the people. Hey, Morgan, how are you? And there's a bunch of them. There is a bunch of those. I think they think it's fun to stir up the chat or make the creator go off kilter. And they just think it's funny to see people fight, to rage bait. It's just crazy, and then they make the streamer come out of character, and then the streamer will say something, and then their chat are like, oh my God, why'd you say that? Now the chat's fighting with the streamer, and people in the chat are defending the streamer, and it's just like that. And then they leave. Then those people leave and they go to another chat to start it all over again somewhere else. How true what is, Shirley? Sorry. Oh, G was live yesterday and today for like 1 minute, Shirley. From what I've heard, yesterday, from what I heard, I didn't see it with my own eyes, that she came live long enough for the camera to hit Cameron and Danny, and then she was off. And then she was live today long enough for the camera to come on, and then she was off. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I've heard, or people said that she saw. Yes. Someone said that she did it twice yesterday. is long enough to come on to for the camera to hit certain people and then hit end. Yeah, she did it to, yeah, this morning too, tapeworm. Yep. That was you, Princess Pam? Okay. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't catch it. This is the first time today that I heard about it because I didn't catch it. Do I think that's weird? Fuck yeah. It's like, what's the matter, Gabby? Are you a chicken to come live? Where do you have a Who has a video? Pam, do you have a video of that? Oh, did you, Nebraska Mama? Yeah, Vicky. But yesterday was Wednesday, and a lot of people have been saying for how long Wednesdays are her visit days, right? So I think everyone should take that. I don't that that right there, Blue Eyes. That is what I was just gonna say. I think she did that purposely on Wednesday to say, "Oh, look, I have him," and she was technically only having a visit. Do I know if he's there permanently? No. Do I know he's permanently gone? No. So did she do it purposely? Fuck yeah.
On
You
behalf
know, she's rage baiting because people are not talking as much about her, right? So she had to, do something to bring her back around. Yeah, supposedly yesterday. Yep, I agree. She did it to get back in the spotlight. You got that right. Because no one was talking about her. Everyone's talking about Casey, right? Everyone's talking about PPP or Kylie or Kaylee. Not sorry, didn't mean Kylie. Kaylee. Everyone's talking about Rob, right? That whole situation, right? So no one is talking about G. G's fucking old news. G's washed up. At least over here she is. She's dried up and washed the fuck away. And she had to do something stupid or something shocking so that everyone will be talking about her again. So she can't stand it. Just like Danny today, I heard a little bit of Danny's live today. I'm going to go back and listen to it. But she's doing damage control big time on because of some of the old videos that are coming out. People posting a lot of the old videos of Danny, combining with recent stuff, like Danny saying, "Oh, I never said this." Oh, look, there's a video of you saying that. And Danny's doing major damage control today, my opinion. Hey, Max.
Hey, hi. I just wanted to say that, like, earlier I was talking about, like, the division between, like, the women and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know the whole story and the lore of everybody and the T pages and awareness and all of that.
Uh huh.
Um, but I have been watching Jess for a while, and I'm not saying you're right or wrong or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, for me as a newcomer, like, if I didn't know who Swifty was, it kind of like brings her a bad name without having her be able to defend herself. You know what I mean? And I
Right.
feel like that kind of like brings like the division in what us women are trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And I
I
get I get everybody has their cliques and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm not here as, Swifty's bodyguard or anything like that. But I do relate to her sometimes because just like right now, it could be misconstrued in a way to where when she gets online, it's like a lot of bashing towards each other. You know what I mean? And we all have our own opinions and right to agree to disagree. I
right.
just wanted to point that out because like if I don't agree with something that you said earlier, I'm not going to come on here and comment. I'm just going to respect the fact that you said that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just like with, your comment with Swifty, I was just saying if she's another live streamer and so are you, that could be easily like clipped and then like that's why,
Right.
Swifty has done what she's done. So
No,
I
and
just
I
I
that's
just
why I said that I don't personally like the way she talks about her people that she's restreaming or streaming. I don't like how she, calls, because I had people come in my chat the other day when they were talking about Danny, they were calling her Bigum. I don't like that. I told them, if you're going
yeah,
to mention Danny in here, you don't use that term. I don't like that term
absolutely.
used.
And I agree absolutely. Like it's your live, it's your stream, it's your platform. You can, have your boundaries however you want. If that's a word that you don't like and some other people don't like cussing in theirs or some allow it, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I completely understand that. But that disrespect has to go towards the chat members and not her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because in her terms, because I'm from Texas and she's from Louisiana, 'cause, we have the same similarities, and I live in California. There's a lot of times I say something that's living in California and people are looking at me like, what the hell did you say? I'm sorry, but it was just custom. Like, I don't mean it like offensive. And I've taken it back because I have to
Right.
understand the new cultures. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I think a lot of us are divided because I don't think when Swifty says bigum, it's a term that she's saying it because
But she did.
the
She knew the term, and people pointed it out to her in her chat, and she didn't care.
no, I know. But I'm saying that, but it's no different from like you having your boundaries and her having her platform. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And you
No.
can
And
agree to
oh
disagree.
yeah.
But I'm saying like if I was somebody that was new to the chat or just strolling or whatever, it already gave me like a seed that was planted in my head. You know what I mean? That who's this Swifty person, and it already brought a negative view towards her because like I was telling Swifty yesterday, everybody has their own favorite streamer or platform or user or
Right.
whatever. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
her people could take that offensive and come over here and bash you for it. And that's what the cancer is that spreads. You know what I mean?
Right.
So a lot of people don't understand why you're, focused on Mama of Two right now. It's your own thing. You have that right. You have every right to want to help her. It's nobody's business, right? And now
Right.
you have your following that's willing to help her too. But everybody has opinions, right? Like you were arguing earlier with people who weren't agreeing. But it's your right to do that. It's your opinion. It's our right to agree to disagree. No different than, Swifty, like defending herself when it comes to the BS that is given to her. You know what I mean?
Have you known what she's done in the past? She was ran off this app.
Yeah, yeah, I'm totally aware. And that's why I said when I support women, I do understand the fact that I can agree to disagree, but I also understand that people make mistakes and we shouldn't crucify them on a pilot. You know what I mean? Because and being a police officer and in the military and I'm a combat Purple Heart vet.
Right.
And if you want to know what that is, it's not that I was injured. It's that I was with, in situations where it was me or them.
Right.
So I've made mistakes too living out here in the civilian world. You know what I mean? And
Right,
I feel that every day. When people see me, it's like, oh, do they know what I've done? You know what I'm
right,
saying? But that's her to carry that. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And we can disagree. No different than some people on here are saying that they don't like what Mama Tube done. Well, how come she's not held accountable? It's the opinion, okay, but this is my opinion, and I
right.
want you to understand this is my view. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no,
I just think,
I
and
just
I
know
understand,
that Swifty has gone real life with these twins, and she's done it more
right?
and
And I, yeah, and I understand that, but at the same time, like, when you see like because I'm new to this and like I said I'm all about women supporting women, but I'm also about like people make mistakes, and it's still different than like she did do something, but it's not like she sent like dog SAT. You know what I'm saying?
more,
It's
but
not like she and I get the whole Target run thing, and maybe she thought it would be funny and that was her like thought to be funny, but that's what I'm saying. It's no different than an opinion. You know what I mean? That
yeah,
was her, and then everybody wants to crucify her for it. But like, maybe she thought it was a jokingly thing to do to send to somebody who everybody was streaming and everybody, you know what I mean? But we shouldn't like have to really crucify her. It's no different than somebody else coming at on this and saying, "Oh, I'm gonna come after you.
yeah,
Your ass is
no, I
mine."
don't go after Swifty, and I mean, I don't care if people go over there and watch it, and I said that.
No, no,
It's
no. That's not what I meant. I meant
what
like
how
it's
she
no different than
talks.
another creator saying that to the twins. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's a lot of people that don't have good things to say about Swifty. I'm being polite.
I,
Oh,
No, and I understand that, but I could go on that side of the fence too, and they could be saying the same thing about you. I'm just
I
saying, like,
agree.
that that's where it spreads cancer. It's like, hey, you know what? I do not have a good word to say about this creator, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Because last night when uh Swifty was saying something, she didn't say the name of the creator that she was talking about, and everybody wanted to know who she was
Well, but
talking
she
about.
has, though, in the past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know, but maybe she had. I'm just like I said, I'm not her bodyguard or anything like that. But when she was talking, I had no idea who the hell she was talking about. But she made her point across to defend herself, and we just carried on. You know what I mean?
Uh,
It wasn't like, oh, tell me so I can go over there and bash them. That's the cancer that
oh,
spreads.
no,
You know
I
what I
would
mean?
never want people to go over there to bash her because of what my
But that's
feelings are.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like on social media, like you have your following, just like I have my following. You know what I mean? And when we say things, we can say things because we have really loyal people that like will like run for us. You know what I mean? They will do anything like, oh, this person talked bad on me. And because I love you so much as a creator, I'm going to go bash whoever said
But
that.
they know that is one thing I repeat at least weekly in here about going over to anyone to say anything. You
But I
know,
know, but
I
I'm
mean, that
saying
is
everybody has their
one
right
thing
to
that
do
I.
whatever they want. So
Oh, I
if
agree.
I'm a hardcore like Sassy Pants, like she's my girl, ride or die, and you just said something about like, Swifty, I'm gonna go I don't need permission from you as an adult to go over there and be like, what'd you say to her? And that's when the you know what I'm saying? It's like the high school
Oh, I know.
mentality. Did you say something about my friend? You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
That's
And
all
most
that's all
people
I'm
that
saying.
come in here don't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So you never know who's watching to go over there to Swifty and say like, oh, Sassy was saying this, and it's like, what? And then she has to defend herself, and then she gets
Yeah,
looked at differently, and you're like, oh, I didn't mean it that way. That's the cancer I'm talking about on this
but
app.
I think she's just done too much. She's caused her own cancer on here.
And that's why
Yeah.
I said we have different opinions to agree to
Oh, I
disagree. But
agree.
I was just saying that like. that's how people get misconstrued, because people could look at you and be like, you're going too far with this girl, and that's just their opinion. But you could be
Oh,
like,
I
well, that's
agree.
my, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm not trying to cause any
No,
ruckus or
I
anything, but
understand what you're saying.
I think we're all here for the same reason, and as women, we want to support each other. We just need to learn to like not, as creators, I'm saying, you know what I mean? Because you have a
Right.
following. As creators, we just need to learn to, if we're gonna say something, don't say it to the point where our following is gonna go and spread the cancer with it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, and I love you girls, and I hope y'all have a good day.
You too. Thank you. All right. Mama too just got back on. I don't know what she's doing. I think she's cleaning, y'all. She's not really doing anything. See, all
I
right.
can't
See
work
you
on it.
later, Pam. Thank you for coming in. Oh, hang on. Whoop. Sorry. Come on, fingers. My fingers are just not cooperating. Oh, okay. I don't know why this stand is acting the way it's acting today. It's like it lost its strength. It's polygamy, and no, ma'am, we do not Uber people things. It is. She just came live, and I was just curious on what she was doing to see, if she's, you know, taking any of our advice, or is she just blowing smoke up my ass, type thing. Oop, what the hell? Screen. Yeah, I agree. I just at least wanted her to know it's not malicious intent, and that we're genuinely concerned for those little ones over there. Hey, Panini. Hey, everyone. Welcome in. Ugh. Come on. Focus. TikTok, focus. Eh. I agree. I agree. And what she does, what she does with it is what she does with it. If she doesn't take the, advice of several amazing ladies today, then, there's nothing much more than any of us can do, right? You know? Just go from there. That's all, I think anyone at this point can do. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It always comes out. It always comes. The truth always comes out, right? Not just her, regarding anyone, right? Anyone that gets on here and thinks they're gonna come on here and try to blow smoke up somebody's butt. I'm not talking about her. I'm just talking about anyone, you know. Truth always comes out, right? Oh, you're good, Panini. Oh, you're good. You're good. You got the kids all straightened away with their homework. Got to get that education. Oh, this thing doesn't want to stay. And then when I get it, there we go. Yes, no money. Never give her any money. Give her advice, your opinion, and resources. Oh, I know, right, Mama? God, there's some on here, I swear to God, they took the wrong calling in their life. They should have been an FBI agent or fucking a cybercrime person or something, because some of them are fucking good. It's like, holy cow. To look back at the memories, especially like to look at pictures of my mom, it's just so emotional, super emotional. And I think I buried some of that. Right? Because it's super painful. It really wasn't Thailand, but I realized as a child, my father could have gone to prison. That's why on certain things, when we have to do research, I know the few people that know how to do the research, and I just wait for them because they always come up with the truth, and I just like, oh, I have to just sit back. It's gonna come out. Aw, thank you, Ann. I appreciate it. I'm just back and forth, guys. And we all know the certain creators on here that are going to tell us the truth, and not beat around the bush or give us false information. We all know. We all know who it is. Aw, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate it. You too. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get back on when I make dinner. Love y'all. Oh, good. I am glad to hear that she is going to go cook for those kids. That makes my heart a little happy. It really does. That right there, because I called her out on it about not cooking and stop eating out for those kids, that she should be cooking more. And I'm glad to see her cooking. I love cooking. I'm with you, Panini. I love cooking. I think the kids are watching probably a TV show or something. And she was in the bedroom cleaning up, I think. But just from us pointing that out about her not cooking for those kids, from the last 2 nights she's cooked for them. So that's a win. That's a win. I'll take that tiny win. I'll take that tiny little win. Aw, that's so sweet. Aw, Mama, that's cute. Oh, do you? I'm so sorry. I hope your treatments are going well and everything's going well, though, with it. I know, right, Mama? Oh, I have a few dishes when I started dating oh gosh, I'm dropping everything. My other half, there was a few dishes, the kids. Oh, I have Crohn's too. But I mean, I've had a few dishes the kids are like weren't crazy about, And then I have, I remember and it's still funny because it's like 12 years later. I made these one potatoes, and it was just simple potatoes. It wasn't anything crazy, but they called them the bomb potatoes. And the kids started saying, "Oh, these potatoes are the bomb." And now when I see the kids, they say, "Hey, Mom, can you make the bomb potatoes?" Uh, they don't call it by the real name. They're like, "Can you make those bomb potatoes?" You know? And it's nothing to write home about. But they thought it was the bomb. You know? Or the kids love when I make stuffed shells. It's nothing, extraordinary or exciting. It's just stuffed shells. But, they all go crazy over it. It's like, okay. I still haven't made I want to make, and I still haven't done it yet, and I need to just do it and stop making excuses, is I want to make Philly cheesesteak stuffed shells. I have a recipe for Philly steak stuffed shells, and that looks amazing. Oh my God, that looks so good. Because I don't make my stuffed shells that often anymore because I have to stay away from the white or the red sauce because of the tomatoes. But the Philly steak uses an Alfredo sauce, and oh, yeah. I think I found it on here, actually, on the TikTok. So if you look it up on here, you'll probably find the recipe that I'm probably talking about. So, um, but it's just me and my other half now. I don't, our kids are all grown up and out of the house. So when I cook, I have shrunken down my recipes, but I still tend to make too much. And he yells at me sometimes about it. He always like, "Why do you make so much?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, I cut it in half this time." And he was like, "Oh," and then like 3 days later, I'm like, "Oh, you were just bitching that I made too much, but it's all gone. It's all eaten." And then he'll laugh at me and like, "You're right." you know, and but it's hard when you've been cooking for having your man and two kids. You cook I always cook enough to have seconds, or or and a little bit of leftovers, and now it's just me and him. So to cut it in half again and things, there's sometimes I do go overboard. I admit. Sometimes my belly's bigger than my eye, or my eyes are bigger than my belly. Yep. See, I miss cooking for a big household. When I first got together with my other half, I had my two boys, he had his two boys, and his daughter. And a lot of times we had some of the boys' friends over. So we were cooking for anywhere from 8 to 10 people all the time, and I loved cooking. And then just to go to just me and him, it's sometimes hard to just throw, you know. It depends on what I'm cooking too, I think. I love certain leftovers more than others. Yep. Like anything with Alfredo or like a spaghetti or a lasagna or something like that, I always think it's better a day or two later. I think once it sits in the refrigerator for a day or two and then you go warm it up, I think it tastes so much better than the day you cooked it. Yep. What time is it? Oh boy. Yeah, it's all right. I'm gonna jump off of here for a little bit. I agree. I agree. It's better to have a little bit too much than not having enough full bellies. That is for sure. You know, but I'm going to jump off here for a bit. I am going to check out some of my messages to see if I gotten some information that I can educate myself a little bit. I think my man should be coming home anytime. Maybe.
Oh.
God
How's
knows.
our fish doing?
My fish, my one. Oh, hey. Oh, speaking of my fish, let me show you something. We put 2 Picassomus in my.
Oh, you're paused.
There's one.
There you go.
Did it come up? All right.
I've seen one. Oh my god. He looks big.
Can you? Oh, let me find the one. There. Can you see how big that fucking Picassomus is?
He is fucking huge. Jesus.
Holy freaking cow. And look how clean that pond is since he put that sand filter on.
Yeah.
It is clear as fucking bathwater in there.
That one last time you had wasn't as that big, but he was close.
He was close, but I have 2 of them that big in there.
Oh, good lord.
The other one, he's a good hider. I can hardly.
He's gonna have to put that heater in there for winter time, or you're gonna lose one.
I know. We always know that they're not going to survive probably the winter.
They put a little heater in there though, that maybe he'll live this time.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find the other one. Oop. He's next to a bucket.
Yeah, she's got a koi fish.
I got a koi
There
pond.
it is.
There's Lightning McQueen. He's right there next to a Home Depot bucket. Look how big he's gotten. Yeah, I had a koi pond. I had 50 kois in my pond up until like 2 months ago. And I don't know what happened, but I woke up one Friday morning and they were all unalived. That is it's a filtration system. It's a homemade filtration system that he's laying next to in that Home Depot bucket. But I took the picture because you can see how long he's gotten compared to the bucket. He was 2 months ago half that size. So he is like, yeah, his name is Lightning McQueen Phoenix because he is faster than fuck. He is like, he can be at one end of my pond, and my pond is probably 18 feet long. He can be at one end of the pond to the next end of the pond before you fucking blink. I mean, he is like lightning fast.
He's the only one that survived out of all the others.
Yep, he's the only one that survived out of all my fish. And I counted, I think it was 51 fish that we ended up having that passed away. I did have some koi that were like 3 feet long. They were huge. They were huge.
Especially Big Head. He was fucking gigantic.
Yep, and they would come and eat out of my hand. And yep, they're all buried in my garden.
They were good fertilizer.
That they are.
Sad.
He had to dig a lot of fucking holes that day. That day he had a lot of holes. We have an area on the side of the house that is nothing but a compost heap that the previous owner made out of like cement bricks. He made this huge compost heap on the other side of the yard. So most of the fish are in the compost heap, but we sort of ran out of room putting them in the compost heap. So we have a couple raised beds behind the pond, and it's gated in, so critters can't get in there. So he dug some fish graves for them in deep down in the beds of the garden. So no critter can dig them up.
Yeah, and Big Head, your one koi, he was as long as a Home Depot bucket.
Oh, he was bigger than that.
We had to smush. You had to smush him down to make you fit in there.
Well, I could barely fit him in the net to get him out of the pond. That was for sure. It was sad. It broke my heart. I miss my babies.
Yeah.
So now that Lightning McQueen is, and it's funny because him and the Picassomus snuggle up together. Like wherever Lightning is so is one of that Picassomus. So I think maybe this winter, because the koi, Lightning will hibernate, that the Picassomus will maybe use him as heat. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So I know I need to have Mr. J think about throwing a heater in there to keep them a little bit, the water a little bit warmer than it has in the past. Because yeah, the Picassomus usually freeze to death. But all right, well, we'll see ya all
We'll be
later.
back, Grenaders.
Yeah, I'll try to find some fish or pictures of Big Head and show you guys. The pictures don't even do them justice until you dig them
he
out
was
of the
freaking
water.
huge.
I'm sure you guys don't want to see the unalive pictures.
Well, that was an energy.
Pretty weird. But all right, I will see everyone later. I will
All right, see you in our chat. Love your face.
All right, love your face. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
We'll be back later.
Appreciate it.